What's up guys, I'm Coming, and welcome to week 5 of the Champions War League Rising. We've got a lot of great wars and several very close wars to cover this week, so let's jump right into the action. First up we have Reddit Ace and Secundum. Secundum defeated Reddit Ace this week 87 to 76, 95.5% to 88.2%. Secundum had a dominant performance. After an impressive 66% 99 hit rate, they managed to double Ace's TH11s in just 5 hits. They followed that up with 3 10v10 triples and went 5 for 6 on 11v10 dips. Reddit Ace seemed to struggle in every category and will be looking to bounce back next week. Reddit Ace advances to week 6, 0-4. Meanwhile, Secundum pushes on 3-1. Next up, we have Team WBT and the Moochers. Team WBT takes a default victory this week after the Moochers dropped from the Rising League. Team WBT moves on to week 6, 2-3, and happy trails to the Moochers. And while we are at it, we should also mention that the Clash Warriors and Bangladesh have both postponed their war to the upcoming bye weekend. So there were actually 2 contests this week that did not happen per usual. Next up we have Elite of Valor and Knights Templar. Knights Templar defeated Elite of Valor this week 86 to 84, 94.27% to 93.70%. Knights Templar and Elite of Valor had a very close war this week. Both clans seem to be put very even with an impressively high 99 hit rate on either side. While both clans had a single 10v10 triple, Knights Templar's perfect 11v10 performance would win them the war. While both clans looked strong, Knights Templar finds their first victory of the season, advancing to week 6, 1-4. Meanwhile, Elite of Valor take their first loss of the season, placing them at 4-1. Next up is Time Vortex versus Almino. Time Vortex is the Haste Division Spotlight clan of the week. And when asked a little bit about their history, they said the leader of Time Vortex is Lord Carnage, and the clan was actually started about 4 years ago, and it was sort of slowly built up from a farm clan into a serious war clan. So about a year ago, he actually found out a few people that he knew in his real life, this is the leader, also played the game and they wanted to compete at a higher level, so very quickly it all kind of fell into place, it sounds like. And they say that they're still looking to grow and recruit more strong players and solid war specialists at all town hall levels. So last season they were actually in the Champions War League Light and they advanced to the semifinals. So that's really cool just to see them come right into the competitive scene and make a really nice mark in the Light League. And they understood after that Light experience that they could handle the heavier breakdowns, so they moved up to Rising for season 3. So that's really cool. Their in-house YouTuber is actually named Randall Flag, and the YouTube channel is Time Vortex War. So if you want to check them out on YouTube, be sure to do that. I'm going to silence the phone before it messes up the rest of the recap. And when I asked them for a quote or a slogan or some kind of shout out, they said, "We would like to give a shout out to all the members of Time Vortex, past and present, who have helped us to get to where we are now. Without your dedication, we would not be here." So very ooey gooey, statement right there. I'm sure that everyone who's been in that clan loves to hear that. That's really cool, guys. So anyways, Time Vortex and Almino. Almino actually defeated Time Vortex this week 85 to 83, 94.03% to 94.07%. Statistically, this war was a pretty even struggle. Both clans had difficulty clearing 9v9 and would require several dips to get the job done. However, in the endgame, Almino would come out with 2 10v10 triples to make the difference in this one. While Time Vortex captured a greater percentage than Almino, Almino took the victory by 2 stars. Time Vortex advances 2-3. Meanwhile, Almino looking in control this week, 4-1. Next up, we have Crunch Time and Black Apple. Crunch Time defeated Black Apple this week, 85 to 85, 95.63% to 95.50%. So Crunch Time yet again find themselves in a war decided by percentage, this time by one of the slimmest margins I've ever seen, 0.13%. Although Black Apple would go perfect 11v10, it was Crunch Time's 2 10v10 triples and 1 glorious 11v11 triple that would tie things up. These are 2 clans that I'm very familiar with myself, and I'm excited to hear about such a close war. This is really cool. So Crunch Time clawed their way to their second victory of the season, 2-3. Meanwhile, Black Apple take their first loss, leaving them at 4-1. Next up, we have Red Elefino and Forte LTU. Forte LTU was victorious this week, 85-84. 94.07% to 94.87%. This was a bit heavier war than we are used to seeing in the Rising League. Both clans were running 4 Town Hall 11s as opposed to the typical 3. So other than that, this was a very close matchup. Both clans did very well, 9v9, 11v10, and 10v10, but it would be Forte LTU's 1 extra 10v10 triple that would win the war. This really could have gone either way, and I know some of you don't like to hear that statement, but really this one could have gone either way. Congratulations to Forte, they earn a winning record this week, 3-2. Meanwhile, Red Elefino moved to week 6, 2-3. Next up, we have Predominance and the OSF. The OSF took a victory this week, 82-81, 92.50% to 93.43%. And Predominance is actually our Rage Division Spotlight clan of the week. And a little bit about them, they were formed in March of 2014 when Build Your Stuff split. So there was a clan called Build Your Stuff, and they split up, and there were about 10 to 15 members that followed the leader, Slabo 2580, to Predominance, and they were seeking to grow as a clan, increase their skill, and become an elite war clan over time. So along the way, they were able to pick up some skilled members and really develop as a clan and become more competitive in random spins. Not just, it wasn't initially an arranged clan. They weren't doing arranged wars right off the bat, but their first arranged matchup was actually one Hive Invicta, in which they got absolutely smashed. But after several months, they would actually end up matching One Hive and WHF, and took down those clans in some interesting random spin victories. So very cool stuff there. Their first league experience was actually in the Minor League Clan Wars, and they participated in Season 2. They were actually the Minor League Clan War Grand Warden Champions of Season 2, so that was really awesome. First exposure, coming in and just taking the cake right off the bat. So they saw their talented player progress, really growing and being awesome for them. So that's really exciting to read about. When I asked about a potential YouTuber or a catchphrase, I was not offered anything in that department, but we'll move on with our recap here. So in the early phases of the war with the OSF and Predominance, a spectator would have thought the OSF was totally done for. OSF was forced to expend 8 Town Hall 10 attacks to clear Town Hall 9s. However, OSF's perfect Town Hall 11 play, including 5 successful dips and 1 11v11 triple, would allow them to secure the victory. OSF's strength at the top of their war map will be a force to reckon with this season as long as they can get their Town Hall 9 play in order. OSF finds their first victory of the season, placing them at 1-4. Meanwhile, Predominance are left scratching their head after this one, taking their first loss of the season, leaving them at 4-1. Moving on, we have Sheldon Massif and the Alphas. Sheldon Massif defeated the Alphas this week, 85-84, 94.60% to 93.27%. Sheldon Massif found a narrow victory versus the Alphas this week, just a single star victory. And although Sheldon struggled with a sub 50% 9v9 hit rate, they would come out with one additional Town Hall 10v10 triple to seal the deal. Sheldon Massif continues their tear, 4-1. Meanwhile, Alphas suffer with another heartbreaker, leaving them 1-4. Next up, we have Annihilate versus Pinos Hangover. Annihilate is the Poison Division Spotlight Clan of the week, and when asked a little bit about their clan history, they said they became a CWL clan last year at the start of the season, and they were selected as Light League's alternative. So they weren't actually in the league to start, but they were known at the time as heavy hitters too. So they eventually got the call to be in CWL Light, I believe, when another clan dropped out, and they ended up finishing 5-7, so they missed the playoffs by 1 game. but they move up to the CWL Rising this year after a solid off-season performance. And honestly, judging by what I've seen so far and what we've all seen, Annihilate is doing really, really well in the Rising League so far. So, they've had some smash victories and some really, really borderline losses, which you're about to hear about right now. But anyways, the YouTuber for Annihilate is Atlanta 15 Braves. So go ahead and type in YouTube Atlanta 15 Braves. And if that's any indication of where you're from, buddy, you're from my hometown. So maybe I'll get to meet you sometime when I go home. But I asked them about a slogan or catchphrase. They also did not offer a slogan or catchphrase. So I'm a bit disappointed, these guys, come on, give me something, dudes, give me something. Put something up there for your clan. So anyways, let's talk about the war this week between Annihilate and Pinas Hangover. Pinas Hangover defeated Annihilate 83-83 in a percentage win, 92.13% to 92.07%, taking the victory by 0.06%. Definitely one of the smallest margins of victory I've ever witnessed. And this was another heavy war for Town Hall 11s on either side. So while Annihilate would go perfect on 11v10 dips, they would fail one 10v11 double. Conversely, Pinas Hangover would miss one 11v10 dip, but successfully double all Town Hall 11s. So when it's all said and done, another extremely close war that both clans will surely be remembering for a very long time. Annihilate take their second loss of the season, leaving them at 3-2. Pinas Hangover advanced to week 6 with their second victory, 2-3. And guys, that is going to do it for this week's recap. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I apologize for this being out a little bit later than usual, but as per some of the acquiring some of the materials required to put these together, they were a little bit delayed. So this is a reminder to all of the clans that are interacting with me and in the Rising League. Be sure to hit me up with those clan logos and all of the clan information sooner than later, because it definitely makes a difference as to how I can put these together and how quickly I can put them out so all of you can love them and enjoy them. Anyways, once again, if you want to see more Rising coverage, go over and take a look at Jackadunga's channel. He's doing a fantastic job. Another small and growing YouTuber. Take care. See you later.